Oh my gosh. Stuck here. Oh. It is cold. It is very cold. And my lens is very dirty. I'm sorry. Besides hunting and fishing, one of my favorite things to do in the whole entire world is eat wild game prepared not by me. And today we're bringing in a pro. You've seen him on the channel before, and it's going to be a very relaxed, just kind of chill video, but he's going to be preparing and burning some meat for you all. So check it out, the one, the only, Ryan Pincala. Where you at?
What's up?
Where you at?
Things have been going good. It's been really cold though, so we haven't been doing a lot of fishing. Like, I think it's like -20 or something today.
Yeah.
So not really interested in going outside, but we're just gonna hang out, chill, make a little bit of food, take around a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it takes us.
It's gonna be good. We'll see where it takes us.
Ryan's Kitchen.
All right, today we're working with a little bit of deer backstrap, little freshly harvested Minnesota whitetail right there. We got it all thawed out and everything. Good start.
Boom, tin foil. Bingo.
All right, so I'm gonna put some foil on this pan. Then we're actually gonna cook the venison in the oven. So I'm gonna preheat the oven, 325, and then we're gonna get going here.
As you can see, I kind of got a little Rachel Ray kitchen set up. This is just the entryway to my little cabin home. And yeah, that's the kitchen right here. So if Ryan creates this masterpiece out of something like this, I'm sure your guys' kitchen looks much better than this.
This is a perfect kitchen.
It's all right?
Everything we need.
It's
perfect.
It's gonna be a good video today. Ryan's very passionate cook. He talks to me like I'm not a complete idiot, even though I am at cooking, and it's gonna be a great time. So come along, let's burn some meat.
Yeah, so I'm just dropping a little foil in here, and then we're gonna put a little olive oil on it. So we'll cook it on there. It won't stick to it. You don't have to worry about anything like that weirdness. So any kind of baking sheet, really. I mean, this one's got some sides to it. That's good too. It really doesn't produce much like juice, so you don't have to worry about like dumping all over your oven.
Like what could they use as a substitute?
Yeah, if you don't have venison, I mean, you could go to the store, get like some kind of a tenderloin, something like that. You just want like a solid piece of meat.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter because you're gonna kind of cook it for a decent amount of time in the oven, so it'll get decently tender. You know, you just don't want something with like a lot of connective tissue in there. You need like slow cook. So here's the deal. We forgot to take the meat out. Here we are. We're auto defrost today.
I know all about this. This is my microwave. It's a radar range. It's from probably the late '90s, and it's a great piece of equipment.
It's really the workhorse of microwaves. All right, so we just got the meat all seasoned up. All I did was I took the backstrap, lightly olive oil, just rolled it around so it's completely coated in olive oil. That'll give it a nice little bit of a crust once it cooks in the oven, and it is gonna get the seasoning to stick to the meat really, really good. So all we did was Everglades seasoning, garlic powder, a little paprika, and then salt and pepper. You can really use any seasonings you want. I like Everglades, it's just a really good kind of all-purpose seasoning, good place to start when you're just trying to figure out kind of what you want to put on the meat. But I like some kind of paprika on there. It gives it a nice little bit of kind of this smoky flavor to it. You can use smoked paprika, regular paprika, it doesn't really matter. But that's what we got going. They're all seasoned up, ready to rumble. We're gonna jam them in the oven at 325. And we'll watch, it depends on the size of the piece of meat you got, but you're shooting for about 125 degrees internal temp. Good to go.
What's your favorite kind of seasoning that you use probably the most?
Probably two. I use an all-purpose seasoning and garlic powder are kind of my two like mainstays. But like if I was gonna add a third one, it would be paprika. So like the three things we added here, Everglades, garlic powder, paprika, you can use that on almost any recipe. Doesn't matter if you're making, you know, Mexican food, Asian food, venison, beef, any kind of wild game. Awesome place to start, works everywhere. So get an all-purpose seasoning, doesn't have to be Everglades, just try something that you like. I mean, it's all about what you want to eat anyway, so who cares what it is.
All right, folks, see right here, Ryan's about to be giving her the onions.
All right, so the oil in the pan is hot. Got a little olive oil in there. I got all the onions chopped up, ready to go. It doesn't even matter how you cut these up. We're just gonna cook them down basically as much as possible. All the water's gonna come out. So we'll put these in there. We'll put a little salt on them, just start caramelizing them. They'll start getting brown. They'll get really small. Here we go.
Nice. Yeah, we cooking. So looks good. I'm getting really excited, like really excited. Anytime I'm fishing with Ryan and he's cooking, or anytime I'm just chilling while he's cooking, I'm like, I feel like I'm about ready to go on a fishing trip. I've got like that We about to smash food. Ryan just said, bro, you ever had like an adrenaline dump from food? And I'm like, yes, I'm right there. I'm right there.
All right, just pulled the meat out. I used Sam's got this baller little meat thermometer right here.
It was unopened.
It was brand new. I took it out of the package. But I like to use a meat thermometer when I'm cooking backstrap like this because every piece cooks a little differently, just timing wise. So we wanted to shoot for about 125-ish, 130, that kind of range in there. So we're pretty much there. I pulled it out. What I'm gonna do now is just put a piece of foil over it and just let it rest. So while we're doing the other stuff, this meat's just gonna be chilling out, absorbing all the juices and just finishing up.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
And if you guys have no idea where the backstrap comes from on a deer, I'm talking like if Ryan's the deer right here, it's exactly how it sounds. The backstrap comes right from here. 2 backstraps right along the spine, and then the tenderloin is like on the inside. But
yeah,
the backstrap is like fuego.
Yeah, so if you're not like a hunter or whatever, totally fine. But if you went to, you know, somewhere, if it was called like it's not the tenderloin, but it would be like a loin, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, check it out.
Let's see this. I feel like I didn't get a good zoom in on this.
Peek. There we go.
Give me a little peek. How long are you going to let that rest under there?
We're just going to let it rest until we're done. I mean, the cooking process is actually done, but the longer we let it sit, the more juice it's going to absorb. So if you cut it right now, if you were to just like take a piece that you just cooked and cut it, it's going to like spill out all this juice.
Okay.
We want it to just reabsorb that. So we'll just let it chill. Be good.
Yes. Yes. That looks good. All right, Ryan and myself were talking, and I kind of want your guys' feedback. If I hooked up with Ryan once a week and we made a cooking video, would you guys like that? Like every week from here until infinity. Would you like that? Comment down below. Would you like that?
I mean, I might like it. I'm going to be cooking either way. So if you want some baller food, come hang out.
Oh, those are cooked down.
All right, so we're super caramelized, nice and dark. All we're gonna do now, add a little bit of balsamic vinegar in there. Just gonna squirt a little in there. What I did just before, we didn't show that, but I just put a little water in there to deglaze the pan. So all that sugar will start to kind of burn onto the pan. I just add a little water, and then it cooked out right away. But that picked up all the stuff that was on the pan, a little balsamic vinegar, and it's done.
Boom. So at large, we just have the meat that's cooked and the cooked down onions so far.
Yeah, so now that all this is ready to go, all we have to do is broil the bread. I'm just gonna slice it up really thin. It'll literally take 2 minutes under the broiler, and then we're gonna build them up. All right, we're good. We're good. Those are money. They're nice and crispy. Oh yeah. All right, these are looking pretty mint. We're gonna slice them up thin. I'll show you. I'm gonna peel it actually. I'll just scoop it out of here, and then we'll slice it thin, and that's gonna go on our crostinis once they're done.
Avocados are delicious.
They're so good, dude. The meat's been chilling for a little bit. We kind of got everything on the stove here. So the onions are done. The toast is done. Now we're just gonna take them out. They've just been chilling in here.
Let me come on this side of you.
Chilling in that steam, just getting good, absorbing all that juice. So now we're ready to rumble.
That looks really good. And how long do you think they've potentially been resting?
They've probably been resting for maybe about 20 minutes.
Okay.
But usually, rule of thumb is just like, you know, let them sit for 10 to 15 minutes once you pull them out, because they don't cook that long in the oven.
Oh.
Get in there.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Mm-hmm.
Decent?
Very good.
Hell yeah.
Very good.
You just want all the individual parts to taste good, because when you put them together, they're going to be even better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half again.
Okay.
This way, just because we have kind of a smaller toast kind of situation. So we just want to kind of make them the right size for that. All right, so here's the process. We're going to start with a little bit of the balsamic onions. Then we're going to go avocado, meat, and then we got a little something to put on top. We didn't even talk about that.
That's what's cool about cooking, especially with Ryan, is I feel like he holds all these cards in his back pocket, and then all of a sudden, he pulls one out, and then he pulls one out. Oh, I haven't even talked about this. Pulls one out.
Well, I can't just let it all go.
Go. Caramelized onions on top.
And these are caramelized to the max, dude. Like, as much as you can pretty much do.
What Ryan didn't show you, or I didn't show you, I guess, is before everything was totally finished, he just put a scoop of onions on a piece of bread for me, and it was like really good. And just the cooked down onions, all the flavor, all the sugars it has, it's delicious. And I'm not even like big onion guy, but it was really, really good.
Yeah, and the key to any of this is like taste the stuff as you go, because you're gonna know if it's good. If it needs something, add it. If you just wait till the end and then you taste it and you're like, wow, it's not that good, you had your chance. All right, so onions. Now we're gonna do just a little bit of avocado on there for each one.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Simple, easy, looks awesome. And now here we go.
Yes.
Now we use that same balsamic vinegar. So this is like a reduced one. This is a balsamic vinegar glaze. So it's basically balsamic vinegar that's already been reduced. So it's really thick. It's more like a syrup. Now we're just gonna drizzle that over the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
You feel me?
That looks so
You feel me,
good,
bro?
dude. Crostini. Uh-oh.
Just for a little fun, we're gonna throw a little bit of crumbled feta cheese on top of it.
Come on.
Which anytime, like you could use feta, you could use blue cheese, anything like that. It's gonna kind of make this just a nice little deal. We'll just sprinkle a little on top of each one. No big deal. No big deal. There it is. Boom.
Get out of here.
Venison crostinis,
Dude!
We're there. We're there. It's over.
Now
We're
we
done.
harvest,
Now
huh?
Let's harvest.
Finished product. Venison crostini. Bingo. Oh my gosh. All right, let's eat.
Let's eat.
Right here.
Right there. All right, here we
Murder
go.
it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be real with you. The caramelized onions really make this whole thing. Like the meat's dope, but the caramelized onions on that bread is just insane. Like, all that stuff was good by itself. Once you put it all together, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, dude, get in there. You need to harvest.
Okay, I'm gonna get in there. Boom. Venison crostini. Some feta cheese on top. Here we go. Mmm.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Listen to that crunch. I wouldn't have thought that the onions would be like sweet as they were. When you cook them down like that, so good. I can taste everything. And together it's like, I don't even feel like I'm explaining this right, but it's like the crunch from the bread, the tenderness from the meat, the flavor in the avocado, the little bite at the end with the cheese on top. It's good. And a little balsamic vinegar on it too. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. I promise you this. I may be a below average cook, but I know good food. And this is freaking really good. And I'm not just saying that just because Ryan's my friend. I know him well enough now that if this was horrible, I'd be like, bro, no good. But this is good food.
You need to make this.
I know what you're thinking. Dang, Sobe, all your friends got so many hidden talents. No, it's really just Ryan. All my other friends are kind of idiots.
I won't be around till